Good morning, Texas. Thank you for joining us for February 20th. I'm Dominique Lavigny.
I'm Hannah Sauer.
And I'm Ashley Osborne. Welcome back to Good Morning, Texas.
So how's y'all's weeks been?
It's been pretty good. You know, I'm living my life the UT way as I do.
Yeah, same. This is actually my second semester. I'm a transfer student, but it's been pretty good so far.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like you've changed the world since you've been here?
I've definitely changed mine, that's for sure.
Well, you've heard the phrase, what starts here changes the world, but you may not have heard the story behind the slogan. Come take a look with me about how to learn about how it came to be.
UT introduced What Starts Here Changes the World in 2004.
What Starts Here Changes the World means to me that I have a purpose at this school and I will have a purpose in the future with what I do.
One of the great things about this slogan, it was developed by the Vice President of Public Affairs at the time, Don Hale, in the Moody College of Communication, and he directed a Center for Brand Research, and his graduate students at the center worked with a bunch of alumni, stakeholders, and other students to brainstorm ideas for a branding campaign, and out of that came What Starts Here Changes the World.
This university is elite and not just anyone can get in, and with the dynamic professors and classes that they have to offer, you can't just not come here and leave with nothing.
I love the ways in which we can connect to that concept that literally what you are learning in these spaces, right, are things that you're going to take. I always kind of tease, you're going to take your show on the road, right, and you're going to change the world with these things. So think about who you are and what you want to do, and then go do that.
Wow, that's pretty amazing that it came from a Moody student.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's definitely really cool. You know, I love Moody, but one thing I know I'd like to change is my messy closet.
Oh,
Me too.
Goodwill donations spiked 30% last year, and many are crediting it to the Marie Kondo effect. Our Kayla Peterman took on the KonMari challenge, to organize her closet. Let's see how she did.
Recently, as I was avoiding doing my homework, as per usual, I was binging Netflix and I saw a new show pop up that I hadn't quite seen before. I'd seen some articles floating around here and there about it, but I saw this lovely, cute-looking show called Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. I'm sure you're obsessed with it. I'm sure your mom is obsessed with it. But basically, it's supposed to help you get your life together. So we're gonna go through my clothes and see which items spark joy and which items can just be donated and given to someone else that maybe could spark joy within their lives.
I went through a cycle where I held an item up and thought about if it really sparked any joy in my life. If it didn't, I tossed it into the donation bin and continued that as I sorted through every single item that I owned.
So it took me just over an hour to completely sort through all of my clothes that I had in my closet. And so far, from what I can tell, I think I've done a pretty good job as far as the donation bin goes. And let me say, it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. All in all, I'm really happy that I challenged myself to find the pieces of clothing that spark joy in my life versus the pieces of clothing that just have no purpose being in my closet. For Good Morning Texas, I'm Kayla Peterman.
Wow, all those tips were actually really useful.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy for me to think about, though, because I love my clothes, especially my shoes, and they all spark joy, so I don't want to let go.
Yes, that was absolutely amazing. I took that into my life when I watched the show as well. So, did you know that the average person produces over 1,000 pounds of trash per year? That's almost as heavy as a cow. The zero waste movement is another way of life that people are taking on to lessen their amount of unnecessary waste. RJ Wan Yu gave this lifestyle a try for one day. Take a look.
Day one of being waste-free. So far, so good. Usually, I'm cutting strawberries. We said that food waste is not part of, like, it doesn't count. So usually I put it on like a paper towel and like weigh all like the stems there and then throw it away into the trash. But this time, I'm just gonna throw it away directly into the trash. More eco-friendly. Yay. So this is the max amount of waste I can produce in 10 days. Wow. So it's really cold today, and today I forgot to bring a scarf or a coat, so I impulsively bought a scarf from Target, but then I didn't realize it came with this little hook thingy and a receipt, so I guess that's my first form of waste today.
Ta-da! Waste I've collected. Day one. Hey.
So I was washing my hands and I nearly grabbed the paper towel, but I can't. So now my hands are just wet. Oh well.
So I'm eating lunch, and this is everyone's food. Look. I can't have any of it because it's all wasteful. There's all waste.
Trash for the day. Sad. Ta-da. I feel like it's gonna fit. Oh, I don't think this will fit. Yes.
That was crazy. I cannot believe she only produced a little jar of dirt. I didn't really realize how much trash we made like every day.
Oh yeah, I know I make so much trash just in one day. I can't imagine only using a jar for 10 days.
Oh, I know. That's insane. But
Well, we'll be right back with this week's news and weather forecast right after the break.
welcome back to Good Morning Texas. In our news and weather studio today, we have Hannah Sauer. What's the latest with the news, Hannah?
Thanks, Ashley. Bernie Sanders announced his candidacy in the 2020 presidential election Tuesday morning. In an email to his supporters, Sanders calls to complete the revolution, what he began in the 2016 presidential race. NBC News states that Sanders is sticking to a liberal agenda and advocating for free college tuition, higher minimum wage, and Medicare for all. For those of you who love beer and can actually drink, the Texas Beer Alliance signed a compromise to allow breweries to sell beer to go. Wineries, pubs, and distilleries already have the ability to let customers take their drinks with them after a tasting. Breweries are the only similar companies that do not allow this. A Texas senator drafted a bill, but it has not passed through the Texas Senate yet. You know those bikes with seats in the back that give you rides around 6th Street? Well, two pedicab companies are suffering after a large warehouse fire erupted in East Austin. The fire began around 3 a.m. on Tuesday near downtown. The two companies are said to have both suffered great damages, losing up to 100 pedicabs altogether. No injuries have been reported.
Well, I'm really glad that there's been no injuries reported.
For sure. Have you ever tried out the bicycles?
I actually haven't. Have you?
No, I have not, and I don't think I will.
Yeah, definitely. And how's the weather this week, Hannah?
Longhorns, I hope you enjoyed that brief glimpse of summer last week, because this week will cool down again. We start off today with a high of 66 and a low of 43 with some sunshine throughout the day. Unfortunately, that is the only sun we will be seeing this week, so get your umbrellas ready because Thursday brings a 30% chance of rain with a high of 57 and a low of 50. Friday, the chances of showers increase to 50% with highs in the 60s and lows in the 50s. On Saturday, the rain finally begins to slow down with a 20% chance of showers. And things have a potential to heat up for the day with a high expected to be in the mid-70s and a low in the mid-40s. Sunday will be dry again with a low in the mid-40s as well. So Longhorns, if you love the rain, then this is the week for you. But be sure to keep your umbrellas handy and stay dry. Live from the Weather Center, Hannah Sauer.
Thanks, Hannah. Don't go anywhere. GMTX's staff will teach you how to fold and organize the KonMari way. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Texas.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. Joining us now is one of our executive producers, Kayla Peterman. Welcome, Kayla.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be able to kind of show you guys how to implement some more organizational methods through the KonMari way.
So earlier we saw her tidy up her closet using the popular tips and tricks from internet sensation Marie Kondo. Now, Kayla's going to show us how to organize other areas of your life.
All right. So let's just go ahead and get started with clothing. One of the biggest methods that people are implementing now, and what I've seen on social media, those cute Insta posts, are folding clothes. And there's a specific way to do it. So let me move these over so I can lay a t-shirt out. So the way that we'll do this, we will lay it down flat, completely flat. Try to get it as taut as you can so that it will actually fold. The goal here is to make sure that it stands up when you're done folding. That way you'll be able to properly see it as you open your dresser drawer, so that you can see which clothing items that you have every morning, like what you're wearing, what you aren't wearing. So the way to do that, the first thing we'll do is fold the sleeve towards the center, right? And we try to get this as straight as possible.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
And then you fold this sleeve back, right? Okay. Now we repeat for the other side. And then,
Ooh, that's
so there we go.
straight.
So far, so good, right? It's one long rectangle. That's the goal there. Next, we're going to fold in half, like this. That's usually where I end it, and I'll just stack it in my drawer. But then there's another fold that we need to do. Fold it over on itself again. The goal should be able to stand on its own. So as you can see, it's not the cleanest fold. It takes a lot of practice, but it's standing on its own. So that means once you put it into your drawer, you're placing it upright, you can fit more into your dresser drawers as well as be able to see it. So
Wow.
that's the main goal.
Very
So,
smart.
Why don't you try it?
Okay.
I know it's hard, but
Let
I
me
think
try
you can
this.
totally do it.
Okay.
Let's see what you can do.
Lay it flat.
Right.
Okay, even out the sleeves.
Yes, and make sure it's completely taut. You want it to
Okay.
be
Like
as
this.
pliable as you can,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now fold one side in half.
Right.
There we go. Oh, and then fold the sleeve.
You got it. Yeah, you're doing good.
Then fold the other half.
Mm-hmm.
And then fold the sleeve.
All right.
And then kind of tuck it like this.
Yes. No, you're doing good. You're
Oh,
doing good.
that's clean. Okay.
Yes, and then
All right. And
one more
then
fold.
Fold it like that.
All right, let's do the stand test.
Oh gosh. Okay. There we go. Kind of.
Mostly. Which
There we go.
works. There you go. You got it. You totally got it. And so you would just
Awesome.
do that with your t-shirts, with your pants, anything like that. So it's standing up and you have more room. And that's the main thing I feel like a lot of young people, we have a lot of clothes, but we
Yeah.
don't have any room in our dressers. At least that's what I've been running into. So when I implemented this method, I was able to completely organize it and be able to see, like, there's my Funhouse t-shirt. There's my red t-shirt that I wear every day. Or, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
know what
it's
you
really
mean.
nice.
Awesome. Thank
So the
you.
next tip that I have for you guys, this is an old shoebox that I decorated with washi tape.
Oh.
And mostly what you can use for this, anything. There's no right or wrong here. So what I've implemented this box for is a box of mementos. So I have concert tickets, I have a signed notebook that I had from one of my favorite producers a couple years ago, that sort of thing. So I like to implement this because in my desk before, my drawer just had everything in it.
Oh, yeah.
So now I have a dedicated box so that I can look through and see, oh, here's my signed ticket from Warped Tour, right? So now I have it. I can put it into this box. It's not taking up any more room in my desk. And I can pull it down from my closet and look at it when I need to, grab anything I need out of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I need to do that for my drawers for sure.
Yeah, it's a great way to just put everything in a place.
Yeah.
Give everything a home so it's not scattered everywhere, right?
Yes. I'm really impressed by this. I definitely did do the folding trick, but I need to use this drawer
I
trick.
highly recommend it. The
Yes.
last little tip that I have, really quick, as you can see, this is just the top of a shoebox. But sometimes you may have a drawer where you have both t-shirts and pants, or t-shirts and socks, however you organize your clothes. This is a great way to just stick a divider in there.
Ooh.
Now you have a physical wall between your t-shirts and then your socks. Because I know my socks get scattered everywhere, even if they're like put together within the little ball,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Even if they're put together, they just scatter everywhere in my drawer. So now, put that
Wow.
one there. And now it's separated completely. They don't mix up. They don't get any kind of disarray. And it's just as simple as using an old
That's
shoebox.
genius.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed. Oh, well, thank you so much, Kayla, for joining us today and giving us a little lesson on organization. I can't wait to try your tips. Sorry, excuse me. Don't go anywhere. When we get back, we dance some cumbia. Stay tuned.
Production coordinator, Abigail Arredondo. She's going to teach us how to dance some cumbia. Welcome, Abigail.
Yes, thank you so much, and thank you all for volunteering. I will be teaching you all the basic step of cumbia as well as the side-to-side dance move. All right, so let's begin. So when we begin, we're going to do a 1 through 8 count. However, we're not going to count on the 4 or the 8 because that's when we pause, so I'm just going to disregard it. So let's begin. I'm going to begin with my left leg, so it's going to go back, and then right foot down, 2, 3, and then 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now, with this basic step, we're going to want our arms midway up. So for the women, we can have our wrists kind of up feminine. Guys, you can keep it chill, just casual. And so let's do that again with 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now, when we're going to be dancing, let's move our arms in a circular motions as we do this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Y'all are doing this. Now let's learn the side to side motion. So as usual, we're going to begin with our left foot and moving arms in a circular motion. So 1, 2, 3, accent, accent, down. That way you can have a little hip motion. And then we're going to move back to the 5, 6, 7, accent. 1, 2, 3, accent. 5, 6, 7, accent. Great, cool. So let's add that together with counts. So we're going to begin with our basic step again. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Side 1, 2, 3, accent 5, 6, 7, accent. 1, 2, 3, accent 5, 6, 7, accent. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and add some music. Are y'all ready to do this? Okay. So we're gonna do in 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, accent 5, 6, 7, accent. 1, 2, 3, accent 5, 6, 7, accent. Perfect. Now you can do back. Yes. Whoa. All right, no count. Woohoo! Yes. Woo! Y'all got this? So now you can do this dance at cumbia parties, or you just want to improve your dance skills. Now at cumbia parties, sometimes we dance it in a circle. So I don't know if y'all been to quinceañeras. I'm sure y'all have, hopefully. So we can add, we can put the music and we can go in a circle dance. So let's do that. So ready?
Oh, can you lead?
Yeah, sure. Woo! There we go. Yes, lead.
All right. Well, thank you, Abigail. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you all
much.
for tuning in. We'll be back with more Good Morning Texas next week. We'll always be sure to keep up with us on Twitter throughout the week. You can follow us on Good Morning TX. Thank you for tuning in, and tune into Tower Talks later tonight at 6.